Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we've got a bunch of nice priority subs lined up for this week, and today we're going to be checking out some Blackened Hardcore. Now, Blackened Hardcore, when I hear those two words together, my ears just instantly prick up because I absolutely love hardcore. It's my bread and butter, but when you add a blackened edge to it, man, it's just the coolest thing going as far as I'm concerned. I love the bands that we've checked out. We've got hardcore, well, they're basically a hardcore band, but they're bringing in those blast beats and stuff like that. Maybe the vocalist does some blackened fry, or it's just got a darkness and an evilness to it, a blackened edge in that way. There's a bunch of different ways you can bring in blackened to hardcore, and I'm not sure if it's the kind of the best way has been figured out quite yet. I'm still looking for that band that really kind of give me a boner with it, but we've checked out a bunch of nice bands, these guys included, and they're making some cool stuff. I really like the idea of mixing Blackened with hardcore because it's really not two edges in terms of the vibe and the kind of fan base that would necessarily go together. You wouldn't see black metal dudes and hardcore dudes, you know, moshing in the same pit, put it that way. But the fact that you can blend those edges within the music and bring a blackened vibe into a style of music that's really got no blackened edge to it otherwise, I think it's dope. It's just thinking outside the box. It's fresh. It's a new way to do it. And it works. It's really nice. Blast beats and blackened edges in hardcore. Sick. Love it. Now, these guys on their page here, it says Blackened Hardcore established 2018 for friends of Converge, Vein, Dying Fetus, and Nails. Well, if you put that on your page, cannot go wrong. This is Iron Sharpens Iron. Their track for us today, which is a new one called Emotion Over Sincerity. It's got a cool official vid to it as well. Let's give this one a spin.
This song's called Emotion Over Sincerity.
Nice bass guitar. There we go. I'd like to see a bit more high end on those cymbals just to bring it out a bit more. Yeah, these guys have got a lot going on.
Come on! Attention! Without corruption! On fire! Discontent! God! This point for ignorance! Man! Must destroy! Look inside! Cause you're fucking done!
Yeah. Extra metallic elements in it as well on the guitars here with some solos and stuff. These guys are bringing a bunch of different edges together. Yeah, would have just liked to hear a bit more air on this kit. Feels a bit closed in and just needs a bit more high end to it. Nice to get some blast. Hear that bass? cool.
got one more for y'all.
I like it when bands splice in a live video over the kind of track video as well. Sick. Now, these guys aren't just black and hardcore, in my opinion. I would call them at least black and metallic hardcore, because there's some metallic edges in here, the tap in, the solo in, extra bits on the guitar, kind of just more metal stuff than hardcore riffs in there. So there's definitely a nice metallic edge in this one as well. And I said at the start, there's a bunch of different ways you could bring black into it, whether you do a bit of a black and fry in the vocal, bring in the darkness, bring in the blast beats. Well, these guys knew all of that because they did all of those edges within this track as well. We had the blast beats in there nicely, love that. And then they did those extra bits of black and fry with the group vocal. That sounded dope as well. And it just had a darkness to it in sections, this one as well. So they ticked all those boxes nicely in the different ways that you can bring the black in. It was a nice mix of black and hardcore as well. And I say those metallic edges. I still feel that with black and hardcore, the stuff I'm personally looking for at least is hardcore that's kind of dark and nasty. These guys still had that kind of aggressive hardcore edge to them, and I want to see them kind of dial back the aggression just a bit, and instead of aggression, have the blackness, have the darkness, have a bit of melancholy or something in there. Those are the edges of black and hardcore that I want to see blended together. We've seen some bands that come close and some bands doing it nicely still. And I just want to hear a bunch of blackened bands, really, black and hardcore and black and metalcore as well. Because I think it is going to be one of the next dopest things to come out, because it's not something that's really been done before. There's still room for experiment and, you know, trying to work out what the best formula is, or the different formulas that there are out there, the spectrum that there is out there of how you can bring it together. So it's exciting, you know, there's new stuff to be heard in this genre. So I definitely want to check out more bands and all the bands that are doing this kind of stuff. Sick. Thanks very much for this, bands, for sticking with the channel all the way since September 2020. Maybe going a while now. So we've got bands that have been stuck with us a while, and I really appreciate it. I love it. They kind of wanted to get on the show when it was really low quality, and now it's a bit better quality. They definitely want to get on. So dope. So there you go. That's what I've got for you today. Hope you're having a good day today. As I say, hit the subscribe and all that jazz. And if you've made it this far into the video, think about giving it a like, because we've got a bunch of nice bands coming up this week. We've got more grindcore, we've got metalcore, we've got black and metal as well later on in the week. So there's a bunch of nice stuff to check out. We'll see you when we see you next. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.